It has been over 4 decades since Voyager 2 left Earth. A silent traveler, now drifting through the cold, empty reaches beyond our solar system. Thought to be lost in the cosmic silence, forgotten by all but scientists and stargazers. But something unexpected happened. At the farthest edge of our solar influence, past the heliopause, Voyager 2 detected something. A signal. Faint, structured, and unmistakably artificial. It wasn't a glitch. It wasn't interference. It was a pattern. Deliberate. Intelligent. Voyager's instruments, some nearly half a century old, stirred to life. Its sensors aligned themselves toward the origin of the transmission, as if responding to a call. Experts were baffled. The data didn't match any natural phenomenon. The signal repeated in timed pulses, like a digital heartbeat in the void. Inside the pulse was structure, frequencies arranged in perfect harmony. It was as if someone, or something, was speaking a language we hadn't yet learned. Then things got stranger. Tiny deviations appeared in Voyager's path. So small, they were almost unnoticeable. But mathematically, they couldn't be random. Something out there was exerting influence, gravitational, electromagnetic, or something else. Even the silence around the probe began to feel unusual. Background radiation faded. The usual cosmic static, gone. Like the universe itself was holding its breath. Then came a burst, low-frequency waves, vibrating like a deep hum in the darkness. Patterns emerged. Repeating. Recursive. One interval appeared again and again. Exactly 3.142 seconds between signals. The number pi. A universal fingerprint of intelligence. And then, complete silence. But it didn't feel empty. It felt intentional. A pause, with weight. As if someone had spoken, and now waited for our reply. Voyager had made contact. Or had it been detected? That was the real question. Telemetry suggested an object, fast-moving, with no visible propulsion, was nearby. Invisible to telescopes. But undeniable in its influence. It wasn't drifting. It was maneuvering. Somewhere near the Oort cloud, it hovered. Watching. Its movement defied everything we knew about physics. Like it bent the rules of space itself. Something was there. Not just a presence, but a watcher. Voyager's golden record, our message to the stars, had finally reached someone. But what if they weren't curious? What if they were assessing us? Judging us? And what if this was not the first time? Reanalysis of older probe data showed similar anomalies. Pioneer. Voyager 1. Hidden patterns no one saw until now. Like breadcrumbs leading to something bigger. Something ancient. The idea emerged. What if our solar system is not unguarded? What if it's surrounded, monitored, contained? And what if Voyager didn't just wander too far? What if it crossed a line? What we saw may not have been a response. It may have been a trigger. A handshake. Or a warning. Something out there is watching. And now, it knows we're here. And now, it knows we're here. Since then, deep space observatories have started noticing echoes. Faint reflections of signals that were never sent. Like whispers bouncing off something massive and hidden. The stars themselves seem quieter. Pulsars, those cosmic lighthouses, have stopped pulsing in one region of the sky. Astronomers call it the mute zone, no radio signals. Meanwhile, Voyager 2 continues to drift. But its course isn't random anymore. It's changing direction, slowly, toward a point not listed on any star map. A place beyond the reach of our science. NASA keeps calling it a system malfunction. But data engineers know the truth. The commands aren't coming from Earth. They're being sent to Voyager. From somewhere out there. And Voyager is obeying. What lies at those coordinates remains unknown. Some say it's a rendezvous point. Others say it's a boundary. A wall of energy beyond which nothing human has ever passed. But strange things are beginning to happen closer to home. Satellites in Earth's orbit have started acting strangely. One by one, they blink out, and come back on different frequencies. As if they've been updated. Ground stations can't trace where the instructions are coming from. Only that they align, perfectly, with the changes Voyager received. Even the moon isn't exempt. Lunar seismographs picked up a deep vibration, too rhythmic to be natural. A beat. Almost like a signal, or a countdown. And it's getting louder. No one knows what awaits beyond the edge of our solar system. But Voyager is heading straight for it. And whatever's out there? It's waiting. Watching. And now, perhaps approaching. Voyager 2 vanished from Earth's instruments. Not a loss of signal. A loss of presence. As if the very fabric of space around it had folded. For the first time, scientists recorded a tear in the microwave background, an impossible dip, like a bruise on the skin of the universe. The region where Voyager disappeared is now called the Quiet Fold. Telescopes pointed toward it see only distortion. No stars. No radiation. No time. Like a curtain drawn across the cosmos. But something was still reaching through. Gravity anomalies rippled inward from the fold, subtle waves bending starlight in unnatural arcs. The sun's outer heliosphere began to shimmer, light warping ever so slightly, as though it were refracted by something invisible and massive. Some feared a black hole. But this wasn't collapse, it was construction. Sensors on distant probes began detecting lattices. Invisible structures, geometrically perfect, aligning in patterns too orderly to be cosmic coincidence. One array mapped the field and discovered shapes. Hexagons. Spirals. Polyhedrons. Formations etched into the quantum substrate, as if space itself was being rewritten. Engineers tried to recreate the signal that Voyager last received. When they did, something answered. A tone, not sound, but resonance. Atoms in the lab vibrated without heat. Lights dimmed, not from power loss, but from something draining attention itself. Observers reported feeling watched. Not by eyes, but by thought. Something enormous. Ancient. Not moving through space, becoming space. And still, no voice. No language. Just structure. The golden ratio repeated in pulsar echoes. Fibonacci curves mapped in deep gravity wells. Like someone was using mathematics to lace a message through the cosmos, piece by piece. One fragment finally decoded read, "You're inside the observatory." The implications broke everything. Humanity had never looked out into space. It had looked into the walls of a larger system, a